Howdy!
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Desk Pop.
Where we both have conversations.
And today they're involving bringing back the National Pokedex, selling souls, and delivery food drivers.
Are you one?
Do you know one?
Ask your doctor. This is Desk Pop. Hello to everyone we forced to listen to this podcast. Welcome to Desk Pop. You know me. I'm the funny one of the group.
All right, and I'm Brian. I'm the gay one.
You know, I think that's how my parents would describe this podcast.
Have your parents listened?
No, but I just have a feeling that that's how they would describe it. Wow, that's your hook.
Wow.
That's how you...
That's
what sets you apart.
I'm a fully fleshed out,
Well, I think what makes this character a bit better than other characters of gay is that Brian has wants and dreams, and throughout the series he'll experience a character arc while retaining the same qualities that makes him gay.
How do you know that?
Oh, I skipped ahead a few pages in the
source
script
material.
Here. Yeah. Wow, I'm getting the eye roll. Damn. Never gotten one of those before. I usually get the look away and doing the Jim face at an invisible camera.
That wasn't for you. That was for the listener. You heard my eyes roll.
I think if you don't wipe your eyes when you wake up for several days and you get that crust to develop, people could probably hear you roll your eyes.
I was just thinking it would probably sounded like grapes rolling around in a bunch of spaghetti. Happy Halloween from Desk Pop.
Whenever I was little, my dad would set up these haunted houses in our front yard.
Spooky.
Yeah, I would help out, and we would have this area where you put a blindfold on and you put your hands in a bowl of spaghetti with grapes, and whoa, it feels gross, but
wow,
it's just spaghetti.
That's so cool. So wow,
thanks.
So how are you doing, Andy?
I'm actually doing really, really, really good. Nothing bad is really happening right now. I'm enjoying my summer class.
Well, we're fresh off the positivity track of last week's episode, so how could things be bad?
Yeah, I got back from Anime Matsuri. Got to spend all my money on things I didn't need, which is always good. Great. Went to Slitterbond, didn't get a sunburn.
You went to Schlitterbahn on my birthday.
Not everything's about you, Brian.
It is when it's on my birthday, yeah.
Our birthday. Thank you.
It was my birthday Sunday. It was also Father's Day.
Still talking about it. It's not your birthday anymore, dude. Did you get your card?
Who got me a card?
Oh, the people in the office.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Did I spoil
Wow, you spoiled the surprise.
Wow, I spoiled your late birthday card from the office.
I actually didn't read it yet.
Oh, wow.
I was about to open it and read it, and then they started doing cake, and then Flora didn't open hers, and I don't think Waldir opened his, so I was like, I'll just wait then.
I cannot believe that I neglected to grab one cupcake while I was in the office. I'll probably grab one tomorrow.
You really missed out on the double-decker cookie ice cream cake.
I don't like ice cream cake.
It was good.
Ice cream doesn't
It wasn't really
cake.
Ice cream cake. It was just 2 layers of cookie cake with ice cream inside of it. It was good.
Just things that you typically bite into surrounded by ice cream is just a disaster waiting to happen for my teethies. But continue. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm great. I'm all right. I'm swell. All of the above. I did an escape room on Sunday, which was really fun. It was theater themed, so there were lots of talking animatronic puppets. The clues were really good. I almost called them traps, like saw traps, but the puzzles were really
The
nice.
trap.
The saw
Yeah,
traps were really nice.
Whenever you're in an escape room and you're just fucking, when the ceiling starts to go down and
The
you
bear
have to
trap
find
around
the-
my neck was really easy to get off, thankfully.
Luckily, the spikes that shot out of the walls didn't impale anybody.
No, it was a lot of fun. The only beef I had was there's one clue in the middle of the room, like in the middle of solving all the rest of stuff,
Yeah.
that is nowhere to be found in the room. They have to tell you that clue when you get to that point.
Oh, that's
So
dumb.
some way through, the guy asked us, "Hey, are you guys at that point yet?" And we had been like searching for the next thing to do. And he went, "Oh, okay. Well, the next part is this," in the microphone. I was like, "You can't just put that on a note somewhere in the room,
At what point when you're creating an
Yeah.
escape room, you have all these clever mechanisms, but you
The-
have one part where
Yes.
they just could not think of
one?" I have to imagine that there was at one point a way to do it, and they took
There
it
had
out.
to have been.
It was just so bizarre, and it kind of was frustrating.
Maybe
But it
they
was
forgot
fun
to set
overall.
something up.
Possibly.
Somebody broke a prop or
It might, and they may just not have gotten it fixed or something. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Had some birthday festivities with the fam. Watched a lot of E3 announcements last week, which we're gonna get into here shortly.
oh,
I ordered
uh-huh.
some merch.
Yes,
Some of our merch,
as did I.
which is unbuyable for anyone who doesn't have the account credentials to log into our RedBubble account.
So the username
So
is so everyone take
So the
turns. Please don't
password is-
change the password and lock us out.
I mean, they know my birthday now.
Did you tell them when your birthday was? Because
I
I think
didn't.
you just said it was over the weekend.
I
So
didn't.
It's like one of three guesses, right? It's like a genie. You have three. You have three. You have three guesses. No,
I
you
guess
have
they
three
would.
guesses,
They
but
wouldn't
Brian,
know the year, so
Brian only has one wish. It's
To
be a-
die?
it's to be a real boy.
Oh, okay.
To die. I wish that
I was
wish-
trying to think what you were.
I
gonna
wish that this is the year
say.
that I die. Yay! Don't tell anyone your wish.
Yeah, don't. It won't come true if you tell. Yeah, no, everything was fun. It was a good week. I ordered some merch. It has our summer 2018 desk pop s'more logo.
Are we going to try to make this design accessible to the public at some point during the summer?
Maybe not, because really, like we talked about earlier in the episode, it's about a good 5 people who we know who we forced to listen to this. So
And that's like what
the perfect demographic to make purchase things.
$2 per sticker. I bought
Wow.
a sticker, so
Yeah, I bought 2 T-shirts, so
That-
we'll see how those go.
that's roughly $10.
I bought some rainbow swim trunks, which I'm very excited about. I spent $70 on.
$70 on
$70.
Are they the special type of shorts where they're shorts but you could swim in them, or
I think
are
so.
they exclusively
I believe
swimsuit?
they're that. They're like kind of stretchy,
Nice.
rainbow. Wear them to Pride.
I got a swimsuit like that a while back. So my dad, I forgot to pack a swimsuit when I went to Schlitterbahn. So he had to buy one for me, and he bought me a pair similar to that. Like they're stretchy, but you can wear them, and they have flamingos on them.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's fun.
that's what I had. That recently happened in my life that I could use to relate to what you were talking about.
It's so nice. I mean, thank you for being an ally and relating to me.
I'm just trying to build bridges here. Whenever people are talking to me, they'll tell me something, and then I'll
Yeah.
search my brain for something that is kind of similar, and then I'll tell them, and then I don't know what to expect after that, now that I've shared my piece of information. So are you going to tell me something else?
Yes.
Or is this
So-
over? What?
So Taylor Swift has a music video that's very good that I like.
Okay.
Now your turn.
You showed me this music video earlier today, and I thought it was very colorful.
Yes.
I also knew that I knew 2 things about this. I knew it was called Calm Down,
Yes.
which immediately
You need
turned
to
me
calm
off
down.
from wanting to listen to the song in the first place.
Oh, it turned me on.
Because
I'm still turned on.
As with a lot of other people, I hate when people tell me to calm down.
I love that.
I saw calm down. And I was like,
Triggered.
You calm down, Taylor. You don't fucking know me. I have every reason to be upset about whatever I'm upset about. And then I knew that the Queer Eye cast was in it.
Have you watched that show?
Yes.
Good.
Yep, I learned that plaid is bad. And that was my major takeaway.
Plaid is bad. French tuck, except don't. Ugh.
I just have a thing against tucking my shirt. I'll try it and I'll look at it in the mirror and I'll like it, but before I leave the house, I don't have the courage to go through with it, and I untuck it. I think it's too formal, and I feel like I've already established a character at the school, and if I started tucking my shirt in or wearing ties, people would call me on it.
I would.
Yeah. So it's not worth it.
Did you say wearing tights?
No. Yes.
What did you say?
Ties.
Ties.
Yeah, because I want to show off my ties, but
show off your legs and those tights.
I want to show off my. No, I'm not saying ties. I'm saying thighs, but with an accent. I want to show off my thighs. Yes.
The H is silent.
I have really nice thighs. It's my one feature that I've been working on. But yeah, no. So I'm just gonna, until I move, I just have to stay the same forever.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Character growth is overrated. I mean, I'm gonna do it. You've already predicted that I will, but you should stay the same.
My last major change was I used to wear pop culture T-shirts every day. And then my second year of college, I decided that I was going to make the jump and start wearing tropical shirts every day. So I started buying them on Amazon, buying them anytime I could, building a collection, and I got so much shit from people. Like, oh, what's with the shirt? Whoa, what's going on? Like, oh, this is your new thing now? And I just such an uphill battle.
That's interesting.
I had to work to get to where I am, and so now that's like part of my character. I'm always wearing button-ups and tropical stuff, and I don't want to do that again. It was so hard to do it the first time.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know, once you graduate, or I mean, you already have. Once you leave the office.
Yes.
I could probably start changing because everyone else is kind of gonna start being replaced one by one as they move on, and you know, UHCL's my purgatory. I'll die there.
You'll be there for another 10 years,
forever.
yeah,
so
at least.
Yeah, I could start changing then.
Yeah. So Andy, let me ask you.
Please.
We already talked about spooky ooky haunted houses.
Ooh.
You know what the spooky ookiest haunted house is? Luigis Mansion.
Yes.
Except it's not a mansion. It's a hotel.
It's a video
Except
game.
it's not a hotel. It's lots of little realms where ghosties live.
Realms?
Yes.
That's a hotel.
Different floors in the hotel that are not a hotel.
It's a hotel.
It's a director studio. It's
definitely
medieval there.
Don't let him confuse you. It is a hotel. I'm talking to the listeners.
It's not a hotel.
Quick aside, guys. Just you and me. Brian's not listening to this. It's definitely a hotel. Don't listen to what we're saying.
It's not a hotel. It's not a hotel. It's not a hotel. It's not a hotel.
All right, so Brian's eyes are rolling into the back of his head right now, and his mouth is starting to foam up like a stray animal. I'm going to recede.
You can now play as Luigi and Gooigi. And how do you feel about Gooigi?
Honestly, I'm surprised that my Twitter feed has not been flooded with Gooigi porn. It's going to happen. I'm just very surprised
hasn't happened yet.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Yeah. You'd think that
it's full of rehydrated Ganon porn right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. I'm glad to know that you're seeing that too. Yeah.
I'm young and hip. I'm cool.
Well, that and there's also all the Zelda haircut.
Yes.
Fan art, but that's not. Oh, and then the water gym leader from.
She's really cute. Yeah. Well,
E3.
grab your pitchfork.
I need something to be mad about.
Get outraged, Andy?
I'm already mad, and I don't even. Are you telling me to be mad at this, or are you going to give me something
to be mad right now?
I was pissed when you got here.
Great.
I was pissed because you got here. I was like, oh shit, Brian's here. God.
Because I'm so sad to announce to you. I know you don't know this yet, but there will be no national decks in the next Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Shield. It has been confirmed that this is a feature. They will not be bringing all Pokemon, all of our beautiful buddies,
Our BBs.
our Pokemon pals,
Pokepals.
into this next
PPs.
adventure.
Our PPs and BBs.
Into
PkmN.
Yes.
There are two things to this. Don't worry, because one of two things is going to happen. Fan outrage will eventually flood Nintendo's feeds, and they will delay the game and add the things that we want. Or
Does Nintendo have a history of doing that, though? That I want to know that.
no, but over time,
Do you
I
think
think
that the outrage from this, because I've seen a lot, it's been probably the biggest
Yeah.
controversy I've seen surrounding Nintendo.
I've never, yeah, exactly. And I also think that Twitter as an entity
Yes.
is getting stronger. We managed to we forced the Sonic redesign. We
Now there's a precedent. Look out,
now-
Nintendo.
Now we failed to revamp The Last Jedi and Game of Thrones, but I think there was something else that we managed to do as well. We were able to get something changed or
You
or
drove
done.
some people off of Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, oh yeah, Elon Musk, that whole thing.
I mean, I'm just talking about all these people that were bombarded with so much hate. I can't think of her name. I want to say her name maybe was Rose in one of the Star Wars movies. She got
Oh yeah. That one was sad.
yeah. Leslie from the Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, I think
There's a lot of people.
people
Actually, I don't know if she ever came. She got harassed a lot, but I don't know if she ever left.
I'm not sure either.
I think
but
she toughed it out.
I want to do a quick. I think because a lot of people say that people shouldn't be that toxic on the internet. I embrace things like that because I think there should be nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, this movie fucking sucks. I hate it."
Yeah.
It's an opinion. It's no different from someone saying they like it. When you start personally attacking actors and stuff, obviously that's bad.
I think
But-
that's more of the problem. It's not people who are so offended. And I mean, there's going to be situations where that may be the case, but it's not so much that it's more so people directly attacking people being racist, people, comparing
Yeah.
people to animals and, saying awful things to them about them, for, quote, ruining things that they love, which they didn't ruin anything. The movies still exist. If you want to go watch the movie you like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think
I get it,
I agree,
but you don't need to attack the person.
I think so. The whole petitions to change.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna refilm Star Wars, or the petition to change Game of Thrones. Obviously, they're never gonna take off, and I don't
No.
really think that they're made to take off. I
Yeah.
think they're really made to really push the idea to the creators of these things that this many people didn't like this,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a message to, hey, when you're in charge of the next Star Wars, people didn't like this one, so maybe change some stuff.
I think that's
but-
fair until you start reading the change.org petition where it talks about like what exactly people want. I did read the Game of Thrones one and it was ridiculous what they were asking for. It wasn't necessarily, and I get what you're saying in terms of like
Yeah.
sending a message, but what they were specifically asking for was like wild and
What were they asking
crazy.
for?
Like to reshoot the entire series and like it was like a
Oh, yeah,
lot.
that's great.
It was just so great. Like they're obviously never gonna
Oh yeah,
do that.
no. I don't think they're made with the intention of actually coming
I think
true.
some people feel they
I hope not.
do.
I kind of see this as like the Santa Claus. Like I believe that people share my taste of humor, and this is just. But anyways, what I'm saying is our culture and screaming when we don't like things is getting powerful enough to where I really believe that we could successfully change the Pokemon game for the better.
Yes.
Um,
So
either
So-
that or they're gonna add DLC and they're gonna fix it.
that would be the hope, but they have not announced that either.
It's gonna happen. Either they're gonna
Maybe.
fix it before it launches, or they were going to add DLC.
Maybe.
There's-
It's slated for a very soon release date, which is in
I think-
November.
yeah,
It's only a couple months away.
I do not. You can quote me on.
You think
this.
they're gonna miss out on that holiday money?
I will eat a Nintendo 3DS if
Oh God.
they don't add a National Dex before they make the next Pokemon game.
So I cut you off earlier just because I wanted to ask about the Nintendo precedent question. You said that one of two things would happen. Either that the outrage from this will cause them to rethink what they're planning to do, or what was your second?
Oh, well, or the game's going to come out and they're going to add the national decks through a patch or DLC or yeah.
I think that's probably more likely.
There's not a universe where they don't add it at all, period.
I don't know. And maybe it's because I know this is so ridiculous. Maybe it's because I'm actually kind of scared that they won't, that I'm sad about it. That I have such a strong emotional feeling about it. I'm also very pessimistic, so maybe that's it. But knowing a Pokemon such as, I like Dunsparce, such as Dunsparce may not make it in because he's not. I mean, he won't. I guarantee he won't.
Dunsparce will, and I'm not even saying that because I know you like it. Ever since you shared with me your passion and love for Dunsparce, I've searched the internet and there is I do not understand why Dunsparce has as big of a fan base.
He just has so much potential. He could be so cool.
I don't understand why Dunsparce
he could be cooler.
There's so many people obsessed with Dunsparce evolutions and Mega Evolutions and stuff.
Yeah.
Dunsparce is going to make it in.
I don't know. They're also getting rid of part of the news for that. They're getting rid of Mega Evolutions, not continuing support, essentially. And they're not continuing support for Z moves, which I think no one is really upset about.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss that, but I don't understand because they announced Pokemon Home.
Yes.
And they have Pokemon Go, and they have Pokemon
which you will be
trainers.
able to move, I believe, all your Pokemon into Pokemon Home.
Yeah.
Which people are calling Pokemon Jail, because then you will not be able to currently move them into the current generation game.
Oh, and they're working on Pokemon Sleep.
They are working on Pokemon Sleep,
and
yes.
I know they're working with outside studios on some of these, but overall, there's enough projects to where obviously they have their main team split up into sub-teams. They're going to be working with this. It's literally their job to work exclusively with Pokemon IP. You cannot tell me that they do not have the resources to add these Pokemon to this game.
Let me knock your socks off.
Okay.
So it's probably nothing new to you. It's probably no surprise, but Game Freak has announced that they split into two teams.
Oh yeah, one's working on Project Town.
Their priority was not Pokemon. That their priority was new IPs, which I think is great for the company. And they have a secondary team working on the Pokemon series, which, as a fan, is disheartening to hear because what I love from them is the Pokemon series. I do think I think our current culture as it is the absolute best to scream at Nintendo and tell them what we want.
I think this is the benefit
yes,
outrage culture on Twitter, because we could actually just make Pokemon better. There's no downside to this.
So what I want to talk a little bit about is the opposite side of this coin. So while there are many people who want to bring back the national decks, there are people who respond to those messages by saying like, fuck you, you get what they give you, you piece of shit. Like,
see, these are the people that I hate.
I don't understand that. It's become on trend to be upset about other people being upset. Instead of just letting people be upset and, be upset about something, there's always this subgroup of people who want to challenge that and White Knight for Nintendo.
Well,
I don't know.
I feel like until very recently, they have been the majority.
The devil's advocate,
the people who
outragers,
the people who are upset about the people being upset.
Yeah,
because these are the people I was complaining about
when
everybody was saying, "Hey, we don't like The Last Jedi," or "We don't like the all-female Ghostbusters movie."
Sure,
there were people saying, "Oh, you're just a loser, and you get what you get. Yeah. Don't throw a fit." Blah blah blah. But
it seems those people, and I don't like to draw false equivalencies or anything like that, but it seems those people are more hostile for some reason. I can't figure it out. I think I had this conversation with a friend over the weekend, and I still just can't wrap my mind 100% around why someone else being upset about something makes you mad at them or makes you want to spew negativity at them for their opinion. They have to prove that they are so much of a fan of something that they will defend it no matter what that property does, is what it feels like to me.
How topical. Wow.
How tropical, you might say.
Tropical. Well, that trumped whatever I was going to say.
So, Andy.
Yeah.
Let me ask.
I beg you to let me answer.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to smash?
15.
Because let me tell you, Dragon Quest Hero is in Smash, and that's all the news you need to know about Smash.
Gah.
There's nothing else notable to say, so.
There's nothing else I need to hear.
There's no character people have been waiting on.
Oh, people have been waiting on the Dragon Quest Hero.
They have been for a while.
And we got
and we didn't get Geno.
Well, we didn't get one Dragon Quest Hero. We didn't get 2. We didn't get 3. But we got 4 Dragon Quest Heroes.
Protagonists.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So, what else is in the news? What else is going on?
That's it. So, back to Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
BanjoKazooie is in Smash!
I feel like you thought about screaming, but then you were worried about clipping the mic and hurting your ears.
I just...
That just sounded like a really... It's like whenever I was little recording a video, but my parents were in the other room, so I couldn't actually scream. So I had to do the fake scream like this.
How often were you screaming in videos?
More like how often were my parents screaming?
Oh no.
Am I right?
Hey, child of divorce, just like me.
All right. I'm not even a child of. I'm an adult.
Of divorce.
I'm an adult of divorce. Where's our representation? We need to unionize.
You should start a club.
Honestly, we'll sell t-shirts. I'm an adult of divorce.
So, how would you say you like BanjoKazooie?
Okay.
Fried, over easy, scrambled.
So I have a bit of a weird relationship with BanjoKazooie. So
tell me more.
So my ex-girlfriend had
is BanjoKazooie.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend is BanjoKazooie. So
both of them, the bear and the bird.
Well, they're both one entity. They're connected within the backpack. You know, there's like a hole in the backpack where they actually fuse together.
Ooh.
So my ex-girlfriend had introduced me to the first game and forced me to play it. And I was hesitant at first, but I fucking loved it. It's one of those things where an ex-partner has introduces you to something, and it's so good that it carries on after.
Wow.
The relationship.
It doesn't even remind you of them anymore.
It's too good. Honestly, it is. I am. That yeah. So I love that game. I have not completed it yet. The graveyard world in the first game is way too fucking difficult. I haven't even played the second one.
Okay.
I played Nuts and Bolts.
Good.
And I follow so many YouTubers and other people who enjoy BanjoKazooie that the hype has just rubbed off on me. And just seeing them in the game, I'm more excited about the idea of Xbox and Nintendo collaborated to do something like this. And things like that always excite me because that doesn't happen very often. And most of the time you always have dream matchups of, who would win in like a rivalry thing, or, they're competing with each other. But in this case, they are working together to make the people happy. And that's really cool. So, you know, here's hoping for Kratos and Smash.
How many people screamed for BanjoKazooie in Smash?
I think Banjo and Kazooie were contenders for the very first Smash on the 64. People wanted them on the GameCube. But those dreams were shattered. And then by the time Brawl came out, I don't even think people wanted it because they didn't think it was a possibility. Because at that point, Xbox. And then I think people started screaming BanjoKazooie again with this last Smash, since they've had so many third-party characters.
Yeah, you're seeing Solid Snake.
Everybody's
you're seeing Bayonetta. You're seeing Cloud. You're seeing...
Joker was the biggest one, because up
Yeah.
until this point, Joker had been an exclusive PlayStation.
Yeah.
There's a spin-off on 3DS now, so he's on a Nintendo game. But, I mean, that's still crazy. Yeah. Where's Goku?
But man, can you just believe Dragon Quest Hero is on the Smash?
I can't believe it.
Wow.
I'm upset that they didn't choose the protagonist from 9.
Oh.
And it's like one of the most successful ones.
I don't know anything about Dragon Quest, so...
All you gotta know is the best one is Dragon Quest 9 Sentinels of the Starry Skies for the Nintendo DS.
I just know that there's slimes in it.
I have a slime sticker on the back of my Jeep.
Yeah.
See, I got a thing from my life, and I shared it with you.
Oh, wow.
That related to what you said to me. Yeah.
Man.
Woman. Child. Women and children are boarded on the lifeboats first.
I prefer the term child of divorce, thank you.
Please, adults of divorce, please exit the theater first. You have more rights than anybody else. You've been through a lot.
More rights.
You have more rights. You have more rights. So you have the Bill of Rights, but then you have like an extra bill, and they're written using a special language that
yes.
It's like Black Panther. Adults of divorce like lift up their tongues, and there's like a glowing neon thing underneath that. You are an adult of divorce as well. You are permitted to enter our secret city.
So, Andy, have you ever wished you could get away on an island adventure?
Yes, and no.
Have you ever wished you could move to an island,
No.
take out a loan from a raccoon, and build your city?
You know, Brian, I'm torn because obviously both of my options here are to fight against what you're trying to lead into.
Hey, bud, it's improv. You gotta lean in.
But I'm debating whether or not I want to do everything I can to make sure we don't talk about what you're wanting to talk about, like veering the topic.
So Animal Crossing was announced.
Okay.
Animal Crossing.
Here we go.
I forget the title of it.
New Horizons.
New Horizons. You knew.
Horizons. Oh, no, it's happening. Oh, we're swapping souls. We're swapping souls now. We can't say the same thing at the same time otherwise.
So, you get to move to a funky little island. Whoa, so crazy.
So crazy.
You get to live in a tent. You get to build stuff. You get to play cooperatively with your friends on the same island for the very first time.
Have you ever saw a friend mindlessly cutting down trees in Animal Crossing and said to yourself, man, wouldn't I love
to help them by collecting the wood?
Help them and gaining absolutely no reward for yourself whatsoever. You are just being put to work for the sake of making... You're not even getting anything. You're just making their area look more physically attractive.
It's just for funsies.
Yep. Can't wait to force my friends
to farm for me.
All right. Get to work.
Cut down my trees.
Cut down my trees. This could have gone in a horrible direction, but it didn't. I'm really proud of us. I think we've progressed a lot since episode 1. So, one thing that I couldn't really rope into our conversation yet, but it was a story that I thought was interesting enough to share.
Tell me the tale, boy.
So, I don't know how I found it, so I'll just kind of skip that part. But long story short, I was in a bidding war with somebody else on eBay over somebody's soul. Now, someone put their soul on eBay with a certificate that they had signed with blood, along with a thing confirming that it was their blood and it had been notarized. So it is the deed to somebody's soul, and it was $3. So I was like, okay, I'll buy it. And I was in a bidding war with somebody, and I just thought, how interesting, what a conversation piece it would be if I had a framed
to own a soul
to somebody's soul. It's like, oh, this is somebody's soul who lives in Ohio. You know, when they die, you know, it's mine. And sadly, I lost, but the bidding got upwards $60, $70.
Wow.
And
That's so expensive for a soul.
that I wouldn't pay more than $60 for somebody's soul. And so that's where they got me. But I couldn't really find a way to canoodle that into what we were talking about. But I just felt the need to share. I thought that might be something that you found interesting. And maybe one day my dream of owning another human soul will be fulfilled.
Just thought you'd want to know.
Yeah. So if you see any good deals out there, let me know.
Sure. I haven't ever seen a soul. The only thing I could point you in the direction of maybe like a human skin mask. Do you have any interest in that?
No,
or
I'm more interested in the idea of like imagine if you will they make it to an afterlife.
Okay.
And they had signed their soul away, and so
sure.
They're just like, oh no. And see, now I have 2 of them. And that's it.
Great. So happy for you. So glad for you.
Yeah, so I just think that would be really neat to have. So remember that time we spent like 2 to 3 minutes talking about human souls?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's all the time we have. I didn't even get to talk about me being a Postmates driver.
Well, you can talk about it now.
Okay, so I'm a Postmates driver.
All right, that's all the time we have. Sorry.
I did two jobs. It took me a while to figure out how the app works, but the first job, simple enough. I had to deliver. My worst fear came true. I had to deliver to a public office instead of somebody's house, and I had to worry about what apartment number or like what building number and room number and all that other stuff. But it was pretty straightforward. I had to deliver it to a law firm, which wasn't bad. And then the second job was some really complicated wrap, and what I had learned was, so there are 2 types of restaurants they have Postmates drivers go to. There's
So you have to go and you have to order the food, or the food is already ordered?
Well, that's what I was getting at. Sometimes if you just go in there and you say you're a Postmates driver, they already have the order, they're working on it, and they're just like, oh yeah, you just sit down and we'll call you when you need to grab the order and send you on your way, which is great. But other times they don't have a system like that, so you have to order it yourself. And a lot of the restaurants they send you to are really crowded, so you have to go through the stress of ordering an order on your phone. In my case, I had to order a salad wrap, or a wrap like at a Chipotle type thing, but it wasn't Chipotle. It was some weird place that I'd never been to before, and all the ingredients were out of order in the line, so I had to look at the list and find the ingredients that I was currently standing in front of at the time, and then ask for those, which was complicated. I make it to the end, get my wrap. They give you a special Postmates credit card that you use to pay for it.
Okay.
I delivered it to the guy, and at the very bottom of this order it says, please don't get my order wrong this time. So I'm like, okay, obviously this person's had a bad experience with Postmates before, and this is only my second job, so I really hope I don't let this person down.
Yeah, that is nightmarish.
So I take it to him, and I guess they have a rule where they don't go to the door, Postmates. Uber Eats will knock on your door, but Postmates, they usually are waiting outside for you. So there's the guy waiting in his driveway, and I give him the bag, and he looks at it and he goes, I ordered 2 salad wraps, and I had only given him 1. So my heart drops, and I go, oh, okay. And I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I just told him I'd go back and get another one. So I had to go back to the place, and I scrolled down on his order, and sure enough, he ordered another one. I just didn't scroll down. So I go through the process again. Then he messages me while I'm waiting on this wrap saying, oh, I really appreciate you going back and getting that second wrap. I'll give you a good tip. And I'm led to believe that he thought that it was the place's fault for getting the order wrong.
Okay,
And
so
not
you're
mine.
in the clear at the moment. He thinks it's not you.
And this is the part where I blow it. So I reply and I'm like, oh yeah, no worries. This is only my second order, so I'm still getting used to stuff. thus revealing that it
Yes.
was my fault and not
You
the restaurant.
pulled
So
the curtain all the way back.
I did not get a good tip.
Ah.
But that man got both of his salad
Oh,
wraps.
that's good.
And that was my second job, and it was terrifying. The anxiety.
Did he confront you about it?
No.
Okay.
No. It was weird because he looked like the least threatening person in the whole wide world when I gave him his
Yeah.
food, but behind a phone screen,
That sounds like a very me thing to do. Like,
it was,
put like, don't get it wrong this time. But then like, I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever you give me is fine. I just, it's been wrong so many times. I thought that may help.
yeah. I remember one time I was ordering.
Yeah.
There's a Chinese food restaurant by my house, and I always want my General Tso's chicken crispy, and they never do it. So finally, I put, I'd like my chicken to be crispy, in Google Translate, and translated it to Mandarin, and put it on the special request thing, and sure enough, they got it. They got my order right.
Hey.
What was that?
Do you have a Google Home set up?
No.
That's weird. Let me tell you about a fun delivery experience I had while we're investigating this ghost noise that came from nowhere.
Wait, delivery? Wait, oh, you're delivered?
I had a delivery to
Oh,
me.
okay.
It was when I was at the school. I was in one of the offices in the SGA office next to our work office.
Yes.
I had ordered, I believe, Pizza Hut. It was either Pizza Hut or Domino's. I can't remember.
Domino's.
It may have been Papa John's.
Papa
It was one of the
John's.
three. I put all the information. There was even a spot to put a building name, a room number. There was a lot of information that I could put for delivery. Put instructions. I put, like, hey, I described the building. I described, this building to you, listener, which you're probably one of 5 people that has been to the school, so you know already.
University of Houston, Clear Lake.
The SSCB building with the glass panels all over it. It's pretty easy to navigate through. There's really 2 sections.
Yeah.
Besides like
You
going
can go right or you can go left.
right, and
That's it.
obviously I had put the first floor on the instructions. So after hours, which is when this was, the other side of the building that I'm not on.
I remember. I was there when this happened. Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah. I saw the very end of it. I caught the end of the
Interesting.
arc when they showed up.
So the other side of the building, they have these, I don't know what you call it, like a gate that comes down. It's all these like chain link gates that
Yeah.
it's basically,
It's like stores at the mall. Whenever
Yeah.
they close, they put the things down where you can't get in.
all the lights are off on that side. So very clearly you wouldn't go to that side of the building.
You
first.
literally couldn't even if you wanted.
I mean, you could walk around, but there would be nowhere to go into. So it's very clear that the person getting a pizza is probably not there.
Yeah.
The other side of the building, however, is a big open lobby space
That's lit.
that's lit,
It's lit.
where the office I'm in is the only office that still has lights on and that I can see directly out of to
Yeah.
see when anyone walks in that lobby. So the pizza person arrives, and I didn't know you were here for this, but the pizza person arrives, and she seems disgruntled. And I'm a little confused. And she says, "I've called you several times," in a very gruff voice. And then to which I was kind of shocked because I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, but I don't get cell phone reception in this building. I placed the order online, it makes you put a phone number, but I don't know what you're supposed to do if you don't have cell reception. You know what I mean? So I put all the instructions there. I didn't explain all this, but I was just kind of caught off guard. She said, "I've been walking around this building for a while now." And I was like, I was dumbfounded because, like we've talked about, there's 2 options. One is a very dark, not lit area. The other is a very lit area that I can see directly into.
And I'm sure you put student lounge.
I did.
And there's a huge sign that says student lounge.
There's a map at least by the elevators. I know you can look at if you want to find a room number, which I put the room number on.
I think we're looking into this. There's just one area of the whole
just
building
so
that is
wild.
clearly lit up.
she was annoyed with me. I tipped her. She goes, "At least you left a good tip," and left. I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, that was the most unpleasant experience I've ever had." She was very rude for just whatever reason. I don't know. She maybe she was having a bad day. Not
Domino's wouldn't do that to you.
I opened up the pizza. I opened up I think I got garlic knots.
Yeah.
The grease from inside the garlic knots was dripping onto everything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
that
God.
doesn't sound like Domino's. No, that's not my Domino's. Not my Domino's.
But that was a fun experience.
Either I was there when that happened.
I maybe told you like immediately after.
Or you, yeah,
probably.
I remember, I've definitely heard this story before.
I just remember being so dumbfounded because I'm very polite to service worker, like people in service industry jobs. I always tip. I always try and give instructions. Like there's not really anything more I could have done personally.
Yeah.
Other than go pick up the pizza myself, which there was a reason I ordered it.
Yeah.
Because I was there doing something.
Well, there's also a delivery fee you're paying, so it's not like they're getting gypped anyways. They're getting
And
at
I'm
least
tipping.
a delivery fee.
Yeah.
And they're also, that's ridiculous. But
Anyway.
I'm satisfied with all the things I've shared today. I think
Me too.
I'm about run dry. It's nice and I'm parched. You know, I need more stories to tell and more
experiences to live.
So we're gonna go off and do that, and we'll tell you all about it next week.
Hey,
you, I don't like your boyfriend, no way, no way. Hey.
I hope you have a great rest of your week. Not Andy, the listener.
Honestly, I hope I have the shittiest week. I'd have so much stuff to talk about.
Oh no. I hope you have a good week too.
When things go right, I don't have anything to talk about, Brian.
Maybe your parents will get a second divorce.
I can only hope.
One can only dream.
I can only dream. But would that mean I
could
get
have
4 Christmases?
Christmases?
No, it's happened again. Shit. Okay.
Well, with that, we come to our thrilling conclusion of this week.
Thrilling.
Thank you, as always, for your patronage.
Fuck you.
We appreciate your support. And we will
Okay.
talk to you later.
Yeah. See you later.